Okay, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this one. After all, Italian food is such a huge part of their culture, and it almost feels like they're religious about it because they praise their food so much, and it is certainly great. However, when you're traveling to Rome, you might experience something rather different than great. And I'm here to explain to you why it can happen and how to avoid that based on my own experience there. Hello, my name is Dania. I live in Germany since 2018 and certainly talk a lot about it, even in this video. And I also share a lot of videos from my travels, so if you like them, please subscribe to this channel to support me. Thank you. I love Italian restaurants in Germany. They have never disappointed me so far. And I also love cooking new pasta recipes. So when I traveled to Rome, the home for pasta, pizza and lasagna, as we tourists normally think, I expected a wow effect every time I ordered something. But at the very beginning of my journey, it was rather the opposite, to the point when I was thinking, I had a better bruschetta in Bremen. First of all, the price-size relation in Italy is way different than the one in Germany. And imagine paying the same price as you would pay here and get way smaller portion that you're used to. Maybe Germany spoiled me too much with its gigantic portions anywhere you go, or maybe I eat too much, or maybe Italians eat less in general, so I can't really blame them for that. Maybe it's a cultural thing, maybe they're just healthier, I don't know. But it still was a little bit disappointing, so be prepared for that, because sometimes I had to go to like dinner analogs after I just been to a restaurant because I still felt kind of hungry. Secondly, Italian food did not taste any special, and I was so desperate trying to find good Italian food that everyone is talking about that I even asked my catacomb guide for advice. By the way, I highly suggest you to have a catacomb tour in Rome. It is fascinating. So this dude, he was not Italian by the way, suggested me baguetto, and that's where we went. And this is the first time in my life where I had an undercooked pasta. It was still white and hard on the inside. And my boyfriend's gnocchi were even harder, and he even had hair in his meal. But as good kids as we are, we didn't want to start any drama, so we swallowed our food and left very angry and hungry. Yeah, and it is my biggest regret to this time in Rome. I wish we had balls to stand up and complain about our food, because yes, that would be some uncomfortable scandal. But from another side, we worked really hard to earn this money, and we paid for the food that were not even cooked properly. So next time I guess I will try to stand up for myself, you know. But before you think that all Italian food sucks, I should tell you how I was saved by Emiliano. Emiliano works at Crash Vibes and Wines, where we went for a private wine degustation tour that we booked from Airbnb. For just 35 euro per person, you get to try 3 different Italian wines with 3 small but delicious meals. And the food quality was so amazing. I was so shocked. I instantly asked Emiliano why it is so. Why at some small restaurants in the suburbs of Rome I get the best Italian food in my life, where in the city center I can't find a restaurant where I would be happy with my food. And his answer explained to me a lot about Rome and its food, so I'm going to share it with you. Rome is a fantastic place and hence is overfilled with tourists. They come and go 24/7, and Romans got so accustomed to it that they learned how to deal with it and how to profit from it. So they don't care. if you like their food. They don't care if you come back to eat again, because they had thousands of tourists before you and they will have thousands of tourists after you, because in this heat, in this crowd, after walking for hours and hours, you will be so happy to find an empty seat at some restaurant to rest your feet and fill some stomach with some food, that you won't pay pretty much attention to what you're eating. And most of people are just way too excited to get to try Italian food in Italy, so they would just praise it because it is in Rome. Well, I kind of admit it is very sad that it's so risky to go searching for a good restaurant in the city center. And maybe it's a common knowledge for a lot of you, because what touristic place does not do it nowadays? Of course they're gonna work for profit and for quantity and not quality nowadays, but it was still a little bit disappointing, and it explained a lot. When you actually leave the city center and go where locals eat, the food is amazing. The portions were still quite small, I must admit, but the quality of food compensated for all the struggle. It was delicious. I can highly recommend you Il Ritrovo, the restaurant near the flat that I lived in, and it's about half an hour away from the city center. It had some delicious food. It is quite famous for that area, and I really enjoyed everything there. And nearby there is also a small cafe with the best pastry I've ever eaten. And seriously, Italian bakery I am going to miss. Every morning I had an amazing breakfast with delicious pastry. Every morning I ordered something new and there was still so much to choose. Very tasty, incredible experience. And for two people you're not going to pay more than 10 euro. Can you imagine that? That was certainly delicious, and I will only tell you to be careful with the Rome buns, because they're so covered with Rome that it's going to be leaking everywhere. But it was still quite tasty. My biggest, and this time pleasant, surprise about Italian food in Rome was discovering supplì in Vatican. If you don't know what supplì is, it is fried rice in tomato sauce wrapped around a mozzarella stick. Simple and delicious. It instantly became my favorite. I did not try all of the supplì restaurants in Rome, obviously, but the one I've been to provided with different kinds of supplì, with meat, vegetables, seafood, fish, and it also had very interesting pasta and pizza that I never seen before. So I highly suggest you to go and search for supplì restaurants in Rome. You will not be disappointed. This is what I've discovered while being in Rome about Italian food. And please tell me, guys, if you had a similar experience, or maybe you have some tips for my future travels. And if you want to see more of me roasting Italy, please check my last video where I shared my thoughts on Italian driving skills. And as always, thank you so much for your attention and support. I will see you next time with another video. Bye!